What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming, and it's time to let Hashut rise again. And we've got a lot to do this week, so let's try and get almost right into it, but I got a lot to go over. So, we've got Ostrogoth off in the west, dealing with Kislev, but there's so many Kislevite armies over there, especially with armored Kossars and Streltsy, and yeah. I think we're going to be pulling back a little bit from here and just trying to fortify until our Hobgoblin Specialist army of Pergar gets up there to help him. In the mountains, we got two armies with Skeldorish and Drazkar going after what's left of the Zarina's forces. And then they're going to shift to the mountains to the south because Ungrim Iron Fist, the Golden Order, yeah, they're all fighting.
Indubitably. I will not.
Wow, Volkmar the Grim got absorbed into the Golden Order. We do have a Mundry of Zorn army here, a Dwarven army. I don't think our Silver Pinnacle army can actually hold against that, but we have Igni with the War Machines getting ready to come down, and we can have him come through and deal with this Howling Rock and all the forces down here. But we have lots to do. But the big thing is, we have the ability to confederate one of these places, and we're not going to. We have the Conclave influence. The endgame timer has started, so yeah, it's gonna start up pretty quick here. I don't know. 3 turns to the end. And then we will have to deal with the endgame scenario, and hopefully we'll be able to just confederate with whoever right off the bat, and that will give us a whole bunch of forces, and we won't have to worry about as much over here. We'll be able to consolidate with them. But for right now, let's actually get to doing what we need to do. So, we could probably get some more war machines. We have lots of armaments. Do we have any caravans that need to go out? No, both of them are out. So let's deal with our armies to begin with. We have lots of cash, but not a lot of other stuff. So these guys have all moved in, he's moved up, but Ostrogoth, we could make this fight here, but I think we're actually going to pull back, because we got Reichland right at the border, and our final victory condition, yeah, we need Zharr-Nagrund under our control, and we have to kill Karazak Karak and Karak Kadrin. So, yeah, there's lots of that to do. We're a long way off our long victory. How are we going for our short, though? Lamian Sisterhood and Karakadrak are both gone. We're almost to our short victory achieved, which will give us a lot of bonuses. So we just need to capture some more places. And let's let the other nations go, and we'll see how this works out. Of course, we gotta go up and see what Daniel's doing.
Hashut Zharr and Drementfh.
Okay, you're at war with no one that we are at war with, and the Legion. Yeah, we can do that. Having some Nurglites on our side wouldn't be bad. I've been interested to actually try Kargoth's campaign, because he's in a nice place. But we're getting 3 new Legendary Lords in, well, pretty much 2 weeks. Getting a new Tzeentchian Lord, the Changeling, which will be cool. He's a really neat character from the backstory. We're getting a new Dragon Lord for Cathay, and we're getting the Witch for Kislev. So we're getting a lot there. I was kind of hoping that we would get the Kingdom of Ind and maybe Nippon, but we'll just keep moving on with our convoy there. Possessed Amulet, melee attack and armor piercing damage. Kostlin on his bear. We've got Nikolai coming in.
I'll ignore that.
We will have to possibly abandon Fort Ostrog. It's not upgraded too bad or too heavily yet. So we're losing money right now, and while it is bringing us in some money, it's not too big of a deal. Now, what we can do That's all coin. It's gonna be a lot that we have to do. So let's get you as close as we can. And that's well outside of what we normally fight, so we're not going to deal with it. We'll occupy it as an outpost. And we now control all of the northern world edge mountains. Yeah, we'll do that one for now. The Zharrina being there is kind of bad for us, but we can deal with it as we go. It's a great Taurus. Now, we haven't picked our specialists one yet. Voices of Hashut gives us casualty replenishment, vigor loss reduction, and recruitment rank for centaurs and monsters. Flesh Sacrifice gives us perfect vigor and unbreakable, which is nice. Or we can get magic. Now, his army is going to be the elite Infernal Guard army. So, I think we'll go with Flesh Sacrifice. We're going to be going with a lot of... Actually, it's kind of hard to choose. We could go with all the spells, because he does have... Well, he's got a Castellan, but we can get him a Demonsmith to help out. Gives him magic items and cooldown to all of his spells. And his spells are pretty awesome. Hellhammer is always awesome. It's actually kind of tough to choose what we want to do here. Now, he does get Kadaik, and we are going to be using some destroyers. So maybe that's the way to go. But he is only level 12 right now, so we can probably hold off on it. Let's get him Hellhammer for right now. And the Castellan, who is upgrading all of our people, can get... Ooh, no, never mind. He can get increased mobility. So that's what we need. And this particular guy... He's got a Hobgoblin army to back up everything right now, so we can probably focus him towards Voice of Hashut or Thirst for Magic. Let's go with Dark Subjugation for him. That'll be fine. Alright, so we're still making a fair amount of armaments. Let's run Skorigny down so we can fight. Okay, we're gonna lose Silver Pinnacle. Ungrim Iron Fist is gonna take it. There's no holding that. Just not gonna happen. We could get him a couple of Bale or Kadai destroyers, but we wanted him to be the demon weapon. So we got an Iron Demon and a Magma Cannon. If we go in, we could give him some Dwarven units and other things. We could give him... do we have the ability to recruit Ironsworn yet? We do. We can get him some Infernal Ironsworn, and we could possibly get him... We need this to upgrade. What do we need? We need 2,000 armaments for it. We almost have enough for that, but right now we're gonna have to make it so that he can deal with other things. So it's a fair amount of armaments that we've spent, but we can get Sundering attacks and everything for our troops now. And barrier hit points and extra powder for our war machines. Yeah, we're not going to do that just yet, but we are going to allow him to recruit a couple of them. Now we know the Death Shrieker rockets are very, very good. So we'll get a Death Shrieker rocket going. We haven't tested out the Magma Cannon yet, and we haven't tested out the Skullcracker, so we'll get one of those too. That's going to probably put us into arrears for what we're doing elsewhere. And we can possibly pull these guys back. It depends where this arena goes as to what we can do. I mean, the Orthodoxy controls a lot down here. We could swing around and take out Karak-Kadrin, but we're losing the Northern Mountains. It's only 2 turns until the end is nigh comes through, so if we lose Silver Pinnacle, it's not the end of the world. And that should be fine. We can handle losing that. We're just going to have to be very careful about what we do for finances. We can do some raiding and some sacking and keep our coinage high, and our caravans can keep going out. If we can start making some more trade deals too, that'd be nice. It really does depend on what happens with this arena. Fecondites? No, we can't join that war right now. It'll really come down to how the endgame scenario plays out, because if it's all of our friends getting buffed majorly, alright, so this place is being sieged by Volkmar the Grim. We're going to lose both of them. Not ideal. Definitely not ideal. What do we got for... Okay, we can sell a bunch of manpower there. Okay, this arena went down. Alright, so we're well within range here. We'll be able to reinforce this, and we might get down and take out the Slayer King too. I don't really mind trading these back and forth. Like, it's not a big deal. I also completely forgot that we could use the underway. So, that's a thing that happened. Get some coinage going in Prague. And we might as well upgrade Prague. Prague and Kislev we want to make kind of invulnerable to an extent. Now there is one building that we need to build here eventually. Conclave influence gain per turn, magic capacity, diplomatic relations. Yeah, we kind of need the Temple of Hashut. And we'll put one of those in Kislev for right now. Can't do it in the other, or in Prague, because we just don't have the raw resources. And the end is nigh, so we should be able to see what happens with the other Chaos Dwarf factions and what we're able to do with all of our influence. If we can confederate with them, it will be amazing. Yeah, we knew we were going to lose that. Not a big deal. Because if we can confederate now with a massive amount of army, we can either... Alright, they're taking care of Kadrin, or the Silver Pinnacle. I don't know if the Golden Order is going to do the same thing. Like, we could not win those fights. But we can come down with our 2 northern armies and just decimate them back and keep fighting over the mountains. We can take a military alliance with a little bit of money, and adds the Norskins, the other Norskin faction, to our allies list. Alright, the Dark Father's will is made manifest. The servants must unite to exterminate the weakest race of the world, to exploit their meager resources to expand the borders of the Dark Lands. Zealous and cruel, the Lords of Zharr-Nagrund see the opportunity to dominate the world. This destructive march of Chaos Dwarf industry must be stopped before it leads to a ruination for all. Alright, lots to go through. So if we can control the Vale of Woe, Zharr-Nagrund, and the Falls of Doom, we win the campaign. Now, if we can just, you know, the little Overlords of Zharr-Nagrund, confederate with them, that'd be great. Okay, apparently they've made it so you can't do this. So we're not going to get Zharr-Nagrund like that. But we could get the southern provinces. What are... You've only got 2. You have 7 territories. Okay, so that's how it works out. What we're going to do... We're going to claim the Warlords of Zharr, which gives us all of their tower seats. Puts us in a predicament as far as gold goes. Wow, that's a really, really cool relic. And we've got our short victory. We're gonna have to do a fair bit here. So let's take our goblin army as far out as we can, and we'll take... We could get Kostlin. His army isn't that great. Let's see how this turns out for us. It's not even worth fighting a decisive victory. We can't really link them back up. Alright, where were we working? We've got all his spells that we really, really want. So I think we were working down here. Now we have Crushing Charge for the Bull Centaurs. Do we want to go with Hellish Blows? Possibly, because he could get some Kadai, but we're really going for that and Elite Dwarves. So we could do that, or... Let's go with Iron Willed for now. Our Taruk. Just working on the middle row for him. He's got hard to hit. Devastating Charge is what we'll finish him off with. Now we shouldn't ever have our Castellan in melee combat, but we can start making sure that we have all of the other... Because this silver or the gold line is pretty much done. We've already got molten cores. Maybe we start putting... let's go with Hashut scales. Just make him a little bit more defensive. And our caravan master here get hidden stores. And our other one can get hidden stores as well. He was on the third one. Now, it looks like the... Golden Order fell back at the might of our great forces. Alright, let's just make sure we're still in our territory here. It really comes down to, like, we have at least a turn where we can decide where we need to do anything about extra forces. Where are all our lords? Because we don't need any of this for right here. Because these are all the armies that we just inherited. There we go, we're in the positives again. And we have Scaff the Unbreakable, which works out for us. Alright, so we have commandments available though. And an outpost upgrade available apparently. And a couple of convoys to dispatch. Lots of them are returning to the capital, but we do have 2 ready to go. Monster Commander in Zadrak. And we could use coin and armaments right now. That's along a dangerous path. This one's all yellow, though. And our Ogre Controller, we can just send up to the Volulary. And we are at half capacity. These places all apparently need personnel. Sell off some there. Alright, we still have the coin available. So let's take some more people. See if we can spread it around a little bit, just to... Alright, back at 100% efficiency, and that puts us in a massive raw materials upswing, which is great. If we look at the tower, though, we do have almost 200 influence. That could let us steal a... We can get the armaments per turn. What's the top ones that appear? Can't really do anything there. Can't steal those. But we could take the armaments per turn and the armaments output. It's going to cost us a little bit of influence, but they're so small, it's not really that big of a deal. Alright, so we just have to deal with the fallout here. Now, we're going to have some fights up in the mountains. Hopefully we'll be able to track down Volkmar the Grim and his little turntable thing, and we'll take on Ungrim Iron Fist. And we can send some armies to the south to deal with the Slayers there. And then we can go back up and take all the what's in the mountains. Now let's let the other nations go and see how it works out. A Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, we better not strain ourselves, because I'd probably lose that fight otherwise. Defensive alliance. Yeah, we'll take that with our Chaos Dwarf brethren. He went after Hergar instead of Astrogoth, which, you know, fair play. Karak-Drin is really, really weak compared to us right now, and I really would like to get rid of the Slayer King and move on to taking the rest of the mountains out. If we can get rid of one of our 2 long victory opponents. Alright, we'll enter a war on the side of the ally. We're evil, but we're reliably evil. Okay, hit points for all characters, weapon strength for all characters. Gauntlets of Barracks. Bajarak the Cruel. Okay, we got lots to do. First off, we got to come in here. Total War. Could be an option. Mass production. Scorched Earth. Starved Wolves. This all leads up to Beasts of Zharr, which will give us more monster might. This is our Summon Demons and War Machines route. We'll go with that. Alright, Hergar is kind of set up. We can grab him. Wait, we can actually get Careful Casting, which is a big bonus because his hero, our Gorda's Backstabber, has already got everything almost unlocked for all of our Goblin units, which will be pretty decent. Now we can take Fort Ostrog back, and we can actually bowl through the rest of this.
And Cassid.
And our Castellan actually got a level, and that will give us a chance to level everything else up. Now, do we want to give him Mentor? Because he's going to be fighting a lot, so if we give him Mentor, all of our other heroes will be better off.
Zista Ardugal Arabri Ardugal Zan Tabarag Awanrag.
If we can get in here close enough. We got a close victory right now. But we're going to hold on to the siege and see if we can starve these guys out a little bit. We're going to use Scalf as kind of a scout for right now. I'm going to Cathay. There's lots of building upgrades available. Carrick Doom is... We could start upgrading it. I mean, we're losing control right now. We don't have a factory here yet. Stormrack Mount is still owned by Daniel. Might as well give it a little bit of help. Okay. So the big idea in the end
I'm a rune lord, not some smith.
Is to take out Silver Pinnacle and Ungrim Iron Fist. We've got lots to deal with. What is this army here? Vermage. It's just a rebel army. Not too worried about that. What we got for heroes? Demonsmith Sorcerers are going to be what we're going to want. And we've got an Overconfident, so leadership is pretty good. I'll take him, because he's really awesome. Fire and Dark Subjugation, and you are going to go and join up with our elite army. Now you're all war machines, so probably getting a Castellan for you would be a good idea. 5% ward save, some charge. Yeah, we'll do that. Increase your mobility, and we'll still go with Hellforged Bolts. You'll join up with our army there. Confrontational, Charge Reflection, Corrupt, Chaos, Undivided, Corruption, Violence. Sundering attacks? Yeah, we'll take Grook attack. Send him to our Hobgoblin army over here. And we're going to give him Murderous Charge and make him just absolutely maniacal to face. So those heroes will move out. I'm not too worried about this arena up in the mountains here. We can go back and deal with her in a little bit. The Golden Order's coming in. We want to hold the Silver Pinnacle. That's what we have to hold on to. So let's let the other nations go, and we'll see how it works out. You're at war with Khorne, so no, we can't take that, though he's doing pretty good. Skarbrand is coming up from the south, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm not too worried about losing the minor settlements out here. Prague and Kislev themselves are armored and ready. There's no armies up here. We defeated them. But if we can defeat the Orthodoxy's main supply base, we can start pushing south a little bit harder. Really, it's the war in the mountains that's the big deal. So... Alright, so let's get Demon Forges, because that'll make our Kadai a lot better. And then Continuous Bombardment, we're going to make our war machines impossibly tough. Now, I want to get up here and deal with Kostalin and his entire setup. And we do have a little bit of income, but not a lot. We're pretty sorry as far as money goes. Alright, Uzgog. 2,000 armaments to get all of those. So we'll be working on those shortly. We have 150 influence. The armaments we'll have next turn. Let's take the close victory, because again, Legendary Lord, it wouldn't work out too well. We'll occupy it as a level 1 tower again. Oh, we completed that. We got 1,000 coin and other things. And we'll start building this back up. Then these guys will go up into the mountains. And we can start dealing with the Golden Order and all that it deals with. We can send our primary lord down this way. There's lots that we have to deal with. That's the Serena. So, it's going to be a lot of fighting regardless. Skalderish is our elite leader over here. I'm really tempted to get the Voice of Hashut for the casualty replenishment rate and the vigor loss reduction. But it doesn't really help us because that's recruitment rank for the monsters. Perfect Vigor and Unbreakable, I think, is where we're going to have to go. But we're going to get the rest of his spells out first. This is our... Wow, brain, catch up here. It is our siege weapon guy. Wow, okay. Just ignore the fact that my brain just decided to nope right out. So that'll work out. Well, this is Scalf the Unbreakable. He's just going to keep going off into the mountains.
Move him!
our Castellan going to the Siege Equipment Army. Demon Smith into Skaldurish's army. And our Centaur, our Boltar, go in there. Saying we could upgrade a lot. What I do want to upgrade is the coin areas. Get some more money flowing in. That's where we're kind of hurting right now. Now we could take any one of these. We're taking that casualty replenishment rate. We kind of need it. We're going to be fighting a lot. Do we have any caravans that need to go out? No, they're still on their way. So that's looking good. But I think that's where we're going to call it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so that you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.